Hey everyone, hey all my fellow amazing Northern Beauties. I'm gonna try and keep this short. And yes, this is pre-recorded. I hate doing pre-record videos, but this is really important. So anyone that has a team, it does not matter if you have a team of 1 or 100. If you have someone below you, they look to you for your help and you are considered a leader with this business. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I do with that and what I do every month with that, okay? And so I'm going to start off with mapping and setting goals. Mapping and setting goals is one of the most important things in this business that links you to being successful. Every month, I usually either at the tippy top end of the month or the first of the month, I will reach out to people about that month. So, for example, we are coming on to April. Usually I will reach out to MAP April 1st, but where we have a lot going on this month, we have crazy stuff launching straight from the 1st, I'm going to actually reach out today, which is 2 days before the end of the month, okay? So goal setting and mapping with your team are a little, like, they're intertwined, but they are also different things. So I'm going to give you an example of kind of what I do and why it's important. And I want to make this easy to explain. So I'm going to open this up for questions after, or you can reach out to me. As I am a numbers nerd, if you don't know me, I know people just joke around and call me the numbers nerd, but I'm also really good at mapping and I love mapping, okay? So, for example, you have 8 people on your front line, okay? Whether or whether not they have a team, reach out to them every month, okay? Set goals with them. What I do initially, and this changes all the time, which is why you should be doing it every month as a leader, is see what their big goal is with this business on its own. Like, what are their long-term goals with this business? Do they want to make a full-time income? Do they just want to bring in a couple $100s a month? Do they want to kind of go in the middle there? Ask them what they want. And also, I'm going to say this because I cannot say this enough. Let them know what you think that they are capable of as well. A lot of people do not think or dream big enough for themselves. It's kind of sad, but most people don't. Sorry. And so see what they have to say, and then tell them what you think that they are capable of. Okay, I always start out with that. So for example, if I have someone on my front line and they said, yes, I want to make a go of this, but I think, just making an extra $500 a month would be great. You see much bigger things for them. Let them know what you see. Say, okay, I think that's great, but I think you are way more capable than what you're leading yourself into doing. So help them buy that, what they figure out, what they should be focusing on with their said goal, okay? So then we break it down to every month. So see what they want to do as a sales goal. If they don't have a team, like I said earlier, you still reach out to them, help them see what they want to do for a sales goal. And times change, like things change for people. They might want to build a team now. That might happen, and that might change every month, okay? So make sure you constantly have that communication with the people on your team so that they know they can come to you for anything. They know you're going to be there, and you're reaching out to them and kind of guiding them and being that shining light that they so need, right? Okay, so I will reach out to that person. I will go through those 2 steps once I'm there. And I always write this down, guys. I literally write this down. We come to kind of a conclusion of what they want to do that month. Let's say, for example, they go for a Star Beauty Guide, okay? So we see what they need to do to get there, what needs to happen a little bit differently. And the biggest thing, and I'm going to say this and I want to scream it from the rooftops, what I'm teaching to you right now, or what I'm doing with my frontline right now, as a leader, you should be doing this with everyone on your front line, okay? And telling them the same thing to keep duplicating the system down, because if not, there are going to be people on your front line that just they don't want to do this, okay? And that's fine. Everyone's and exactly why I talked about kind of figuring out what everyone wants is that everyone wants something different, okay? So just because they're here doesn't mean they want to make it big time. They want to retire doing this. They might just want to keep it really small. They might want to just have a small little side hustle for themselves, and that's fine. Everyone's different, and everyone's entitled to want something different. But you are, as a leader, entitled to know what it is they want, right? So you know how much to help them. So let's say, for example, I'm reaching out to my front line, and we're talking about someone going for star, okay? On my front line, and I reach out to the person that should be hitting star and is very capable of hitting star, and she has great sales every month. She's active, but she doesn't reach out like I do to her team, and I don't think that she will or is capable of. So I will then reach out to her team. Okay, so I truly feel that a lot of people do not do this because they think that they're stepping on someone's toes, but in all actuality, every beauty guide in here is deserving and entitled to get that leadership. And if they're not getting it from, who they signed up with, then, it's okay for you to do it. I have actually dug out superstars in this industry, not just with this business, but with my previous business, literally superstars, the top people that were on my team that were so far down, and I never reached out to them. I just assumed they were getting help from who they signed up with, and they were never getting help. So once I reached out to them, I helped them, and literally they're like huge rising stars. So it's amazing. So let's say that star beauty guide, or they're going for star, they don't help with their team. You be the person to help with the team, okay? What else? Okay, so for example, in our resource library, in our green room, we have these amazing, beautiful charts, okay? So this one is for Lead Beauty Guide. You can print them out. You can do what you will with them. Now, this would be you going for a lead, and that is 2 people on your team, because you need 2 active people, correct? You need 2 active frontline. You need in group volume 3,125, and you need to be active, which is 375 in PRV. Now they have this right here on the side, okay? That's other people that are going to contribute. Like I said in the Zoom earlier, if you were on, there are some people out there that are really successful with their sales, and all 3 of them will contribute to this, okay? But most cases, that's not going to happen. So you usually maybe have to have 6 people on your front line in order to achieve Lead Beauty Guide, to get everything you need together. Okay, and that's perfectly fine, but that's why this is great, because it really helps you map it out and figure it out. Okay, so this right here I would call mapping. Okay, so this is mapping for someone to get to Lead Beauty Guide, which all signals up the train for you to get to the rank that you want to be. All right. Let me see if there's anything else here. I think that's about it. In this time right now, I'd like to keep this as something we do every month. Just know that a lot of people might need ideas to pivot their business a little bit, like if they need strategic help with sponsoring, or different ideas with sponsoring, or different ideas with how they get their sales. Be that person to help them pivot and try something else, okay? There's an endless stream of things we could be doing. So it's great if you kind of try and see what works for yourself. But like I say, being a leader, it is so important. And like I say, this is if you have 1 person on your team or 200 people on your team, it doesn't matter, okay? and not just mapping like it here, but also go through with them. Know your compensation plan, okay? This chart right here is a lifeline to me. You should be helping people, especially if they have a sales goal or a goal of amount of money they want to make every month. This little spot here, which is your enhanced personal commissions, you can make a ton of extra money off that, especially with sponsoring people and your own sales as well. So it's really good to know your comp plan. If you don't, watch some videos on it. Ask questions, okay? I am that person that will ask 500 questions until I totally understand it. So I never mind people doing that for me, because the more you know, the more you grow, and I will take that to the grave with me. Okay, just want to make sure I don't miss anything else. I have some notes here. Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is, you know, make sure you reach out every month. Know that things change. Know that what maybe you want out of someone may not be what they want. Okay, so expectations are everything, and that's why you have the open communication. And you should be able to ask, like, what are your long-term and short-term goals here? Let's map out for April. I think you're more capable of what you think you're doing, but in the end, it's totally up to you. And yeah, I'm here for any questions. If you're a leader, if you're watching this right now, okay, and your leader has never reached out to you to do this or mapped or anything, please reach out to them, or reach out to their leader. If you don't know who their leader is, just happen to ask them. A lot of people do not do this because they feel like they're bothering that person, okay? If you have the open communication that you want this, then you never have to worry about that. You know how to handle every person on your team. So it's truly important. And yeah, I guess that's it. Reach out to your leader or me if you have any questions, but I hope I didn't go too sidetracked on this, or I hope I didn't miss something. If anyone was on the Zoom with me earlier and I missed a key point, can you please put it in the comments? That would be amazing. Other than that, tag your teams in this, and don't forget how important duplication is, okay? A team of successful women is the most important thing ever. And if they are not learning it from you, they might not be learning it, period. So make sure, if you do this with your team, to share the importance with them that they need to be doing this with their teams. Like, it's literally the most important thing we can do as leaders, okay? I love you guys. Stay safe. Bye.